What's up, everyone? My name is Patrick, and I'm coming to you live from the tank here at the Abyde HQ. You may be asking yourself, what's the tank? Are there sharks in this tank? Although we are in Clearwater, Florida, I'm happy to say there are no sharks in this tank, and the only things swimming around here are new ideas. The tank is our collaboration room. Whether we are coming in here to collaborate about the Abyde software, or gathering in here for Leadership Council to learn how we can grow as individuals, the tank is a place we go for all learning and education, and that's why we have brought you in here today, to learn a little bit more about our partners. We made a promise to you day one when you join the Abyde family that we will be by your side every step of the way, helping you with anything you may need. Now here at Abyde, we obviously only focus on HIPAA and OSHA compliance, so we've reached out to other industry leaders that complement what we do to provide you with whatever help you may need for your practice, no matter what that problem is. Welcome back to another episode of our Partner Spotlight video series. I'm excited to announce our partner for today, HR for Health. They're a new partner of ours, but one we're very excited to partner up with. I have Greg Barker with me today from HR for Health. Greg, if you don't mind, just giving a quick introduction about HR for Health and what you all provide for practices all across the country.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Patrick, for having us on today. Excited to be partnering with you guys. So quick intro on who we are. So HR for Health, as our name says, we are essentially the leading HR solution for dental and medical practices around the country. What we do is we provide a cloud-based solution that allows you to easily manage your team, ensure that you're compliant with all HR-related laws, and we provide HR experts that you can talk to whenever you need help.
Now, jumping into the partnership a little bit, let's talk a little bit about why this partnership just makes sense. I know we've collaborated already in this fairly new partnership with speaking opportunities and educating practices about our specific compliances, notably at the CDA Presents Anaheim. But why does this partnership between Abyde and HR for Health just make so much sense?
HR for Health and Abyde absolutely go hand in hand. We are both based around compliance, right? Abyde is all about being compliant when it comes to your HIPAA and OSHA. HR for Health focusing on all of those other HR related things that you need to be compliant with. And so if you're someone that's using Abyde to make sure that your OSHA and HIPAA are compliant, then you 100% should make sure that you've got your HR covered. Things like not having all of your employee documents that you need, accidentally miscalculating an employee's time and not paying them correctly, perhaps mishandling a difficult employee situation by trying to do it yourself instead of seeking the advice of an HR professional. These are all costly mistakes that can be avoided.
Now, I know you touched on some of those issues that are so common in the HR world for practices. How does HR for Health help practices with these issues?
Yeah, great question. So there's a lot that goes into HR that people don't realize. So I'll try to break it down as simply as possible. So first, we provide a fully compliant employee handbook that gives you all of the necessary policies that you as a business owner should have. The second thing is we provide all of the employee documents that you need to have. Sometimes these are called the new hire documents. And we provide them not just on a federal level, but on a state and a local level. And we're proactively updating these year round, right? So these are all electronically signed. They live within our platform so that they're easily accessed by the practice owner as well as the employee themselves. And then third is timekeeping. Timekeeping is one of these things that people don't realize how many pitfalls are out there. So we provide a time clock that is built around making sure that you are tracking your employees' time correctly and paying them correctly based on the laws within your state. And not all timekeeping systems are created equal. There's a lot of pitfalls out there, as I said. Plus, there's a lot of other fun features that we have to help a practice run more efficiently. Things like tracking CE credits. We're rolling out a scheduler this fall, which everybody's really excited about. And then lastly, aside from all of the software, is our HR support, right? So in addition to all the great software efficiency and things you're going to have there, you also are going to have a HR person that you can pick up the phone and talk to whenever you have a question.
Where do you see HR tech going in healthcare?
Well, HR laws, they don't get any less complicated. And so like most things in this world that are getting more complex, having technology to make it easy on you is the way of the future, right? Right now, we still talk to a lot of practices that are using paper and their own systems to manage their employees. And they've got those documents in a paper file somewhere and it's not secure. So I believe in the not too distant future, every practice is going to have a technology solution for their HR, just like they have a practice management software system to manage their patients.
Here at Abyde, we meet with hundreds of practices all across the country, and we come across a lot of misconceptions within the HIPAA and OSHA space. What are some misconceptions in the HR world that you come across on a daily basis that you'd like to squash today?
I think that people underestimate the work that's involved with keeping up with HR laws. They try to do it themselves. They perhaps try to use, the HR add-on that their payroll provider sells them. And, I got to tell you, before I worked in this business, I didn't know what I didn't know when it comes to HR. And I think the same is true for so many folks that we talk to. It really takes a team of experts to keep up with all of the laws that are going on around the country, not just on a federal, but like I said, on a state and even local level. The government doesn't email you when a new law comes out or something changes. So if you're doing it yourself or you're trying to do it yourself, you're spending a lot of time trying to keep up and you're still going to have those gaps. Same is true when looking at other solutions like, an HR add-on with your payroll company. I'll use as an example. They provide some basics, but there are still gaps, right? So like when we provide employee documents, to use that as an example, we don't just provide you the federal, but we provide you the state documents that you may need on a local level, right? Laws are different in San Francisco than they are in Los Angeles. And we also provide recommended documents. So that's one of the beauties of working with us, and the fact that we are actually founded by an employment attorney is that we provide you things that are going to help keep your practice protected and compliant. So, what it comes down to is really why spend the time and end up not being fully compliant.
One more question for you before I let you go. This is a fun one. We like to call this segment one word whiplash. So if there's one word out there to describe HR for health, which word would that be?
Well, the first word that comes to my mind is compliance, but that's not very fun, not very sexy. So one word that describes what we do is think of it as freedom. You as a business owner have a lot to worry about, and HR doesn't need to be one of those extra things that takes up your time. So get some freedom, get your time back, focus on what's important to you, which is taking care of your patients, and have HR for health there to help handle all the other HR tasks and make it a lot easier for you and your staff.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much again for taking the time meeting with me today, doing a partner spotlight episode. Now, if somebody wants to reach out to HR for Health, where can they go to contact you or your team and to get more information on how you can save their practice time on HR compliance?
Yeah, they can always, of course, go to hrforhealth.com, but reach out to me. I always make myself available, and I can easily be reached at gbarker@hrforhealth.com, and we can have a chat, or I'll get you in touch with one of the members of our team.
Perfect. Yeah, and I'll also put a note in there. If you're currently an Abyde user, feel free to reach out to us here at Abyde. We'll be able to make that warm introduction over to Greg or his team and get you a meeting with HR for Health. But that concludes another episode of our Partner Spotlight series. We'll see you next time.